Jambo, fellow adventurers, happy Friday. How's it going? We made it through a week. What a week it's been every single day. Different news bulletins, more lockdowns, and the uncertainty continues. And the uncertainty, as you surely know, can lead to a whole kaleidoscope of different feelings. And so I wanted to remind you in this spiritual tune-up that at the deepest level, our feelings are always our choice. They are indirectly what we most want to feel. And they're super powerful because they shade or they filter our view of the future in their likeness. So if you're feeling uneasy, uncertain, vulnerable now, it filters your past. Like, I've always felt like this. Life is so difficult. In my future, I can't count on anything. So let's drill down in just a couple of minutes on a little exercise that can change how you feel on a dime. And it begins with some introspection and, accepting some new ideas that might at first be a bit challenging. So, how you feel is a function of your beliefs. Beliefs, believe it or not, is a function of choice. And when we don't like what we're feeling, this is the optimal invitation to go look within. To give you a little example, have you ever been really mad at somebody for something really silly or crazy or dumb that they did? And you're just firing all cylinders. And suddenly, you realize that it wasn't even them that did it, it was somebody else. And instantly, you feel totally silly and totally over it. Now maybe you're going to aim your fire at somebody else, but in an instant, you're just like sobered up, like, oh, excuse me. See, the thing is, we attach our beliefs to certain circumstances and we fight for them vehemently. But oftentimes, our beliefs are not in alignment with truth. And truth need not be a wild goose chase. Truth is absolute. Who we are, how we got here, and what we can do with our time and space. Truth is benign. It's friendly. It's benevolent. I can count the major truths on, 5 fingers. We're all God. There's only love. We are creators. Our thoughts become things. All is unfolding supremely well, and everyone is in this together. I can't think of anything else, broad brush, that would always be true as an absolute. Okay, very few absolute truths. And when we are on point with absolute truths, freedom, elation, ecstasy that the yogis talk about in deep meditation, they're on point with truth because in those moments, they know their oneness. They know their divinity. They see the perfection, the beauty, the profundity that a little brain can handle of the vast spectrum. And that's enough for sheer ecstasy. Full stop, period. That's where we're supposed to be. That's where you can be right now. Yeah, I know there's a learning curve. But anytime we diffuse truth with misunderstandings, it brings about every shade of emotion imaginable. And suddenly there's fear. Suddenly there's remorse. Suddenly there's guilt. Suddenly there's this tentative unease. So what I want to suggest and invite, and we feel justified. People are getting sick randomly. It's highly contagious. I didn't do anything to bring this upon myself. I'm a little mouse. I'm totally susceptible. And all of a sudden we believe it. We buy into it. The news on TV confirms it. Our own behavior confirms it. And we give away our power. Play both ends to the middle. Wash your hands. Be wise. But also honor the truth. And so if you're feeling anything less than ecstasy these days, and for the rest of your life, go within. Ask for a higher perspective. See that you're putting the cart before the horse, that you're valuing the illusions and the reality of time and space more then you're even aware of the deeper eternal truth of our divinity. Okay, so I want to try to keep these short. I will be here this weekend. We're going to see if there's any traction on the weekend, and I'll decide if I do spiritual tune-ups beyond this weekend. But tomorrow, 9:15 New York time, right here, I look forward to it. Tally ho, everybody. Have an awesome Friday. Happy Friday.